toothbrush.
It's always us, or it's, other cricket matters with the Sun's John Etheridge. Hi, John.
Hello, boys.
We'll start with Murali, if we may.
Yes.
And what do you make of this?
Well, I think it's a shame, isn't it? I mean, Murali is a wonderful bowler, the leading Test wicket taker of all time. I think it's 527 wickets he's up to now, and an absolute joy to watch. I mean, he's got this amazing sort of propeller-like arm, and there was a lot of debate over the years, but particularly from Australia, where he's been abused and hounded and everything else, and he's decided not to make the tour down under for the 2 Tests against the Aussies, which is a shame because he's obviously one of the all-time great bowlers, but just the abuse and I mean, he's twice over there. He's been called for chucking. Yeah. The crowds shout out "no ball" every time he's about to let go of the thing, and the press have given him a hard time as well. So he decided to.
I think it's a bit of an indictment by himself, really. I think he's sort of almost admitting it. I think we should try it. I think Tony Blair should have a go at him. Everybody have a go at him. It is a problem. This, it really is a problem. When you've got Michael Atherton coming out and saying, reading this morning in the paper that he thinks that spin bowlers should be allowed a spot of arm straightening to impart more spin. But surely that's mad. That's madness, isn't it?
Well, I think it would have Phil the Power Taylor playing in the next Test match if that was the case, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And what a bowler he'd be.
It'd be magnificent.
And it's got to be on someone like Shane Warne, who is brilliant and does it legitimately.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is that it's a bit of a grey area, that the ICC have introduced this tolerance level where spin bowlers are allowed, I think it's 10%, 10 degrees of flexion in the arm. So they're allowed to straighten it to an extent, but Murali's had all these tests, and it's been in the laboratory and so on. I think he's up to about 14 or 15%. When he bowls this Doosra, it's the one that goes the other way, which is a devil of a ball, and it completely stuffed England during the winter over there. But that's the one that's caused the concern, and that's the one that's got this extra little bit of kink in the elbow. So, but it's grey area. It's in laboratories. It's biomechanics and all that kind of stuff. So it's not particularly satisfactory, and I think it's something the ICC have got to address, really.
And we should talk about Ashley Giles. You did a piece on him in the paper this morning.
He thought about packing up the game. He was sick of all the criticism he was getting.
Well, it's a bit like Murali. I suppose Murali is fed up with all that nonsense, all that stuff about being accused of chucking. He's not going to Australia. Ashley admitted to us yesterday that he considered knocking it on the head. I mean, we're not talking last year. We're talking the last week or two, really. He's had a hard time the last 12 months. It's clear. I mean, he's a big, strong fellow, actually. He's 6'4", 15 stone, but he's obviously quite a sensitive chap, and he spoke really quite emotionally yesterday to us about all the stick he'd taken and the wheelie bin stuff and emails saying, what's the point of Ashley Giles and all this kind of stuff. I mean, some people have got thick skins and can just laugh it off, but Ashley's clearly a bit of a sensitive soul, and it really has hurt him quite badly over the last few months.
If he wants to get his own back on Henry Blofeld, all he has to do is get commentary. I happen to be in the car, so I don't normally listen to the opposition, but I happen to be listening to Henry Blofeld commentating on the Test match on Sunday. Just get the bit where he commentates on Cairns' wicket. Yeah. Because that is so bad. He does that thing that he always does when he goes, stump, caught, something's happened. He's absolutely rubbish. I mean, you just wonder, really, where he gets off criticising Giles. I mean, where do I get off criticising Giles? That's the point.
There was one, I think it was last year, where they were playing Pakistan, and he said, and whoever the batsman was, say, and then Vaughan played the ball into the covers, where it's fielded by our dear old friend Yasser Arafat.
Marvellous.
It wasn't just Yasser Arafat. What he made, it was our dear old friend.
Our dear old friend.
What a marvellous old friend he is.
Yeah, fantastic.
Got his own double-decker bus.
Yeah, and Matthew Hogarth saying the only sad thing about a great day on Sunday was England losing against France, and I'm sure a lot of the boys settled down after their great win, hopefully hoping to see England win, but it didn't work out that way, did it?
Yeah, well, they were keen to get the job finished, I think, on Sunday evening so they could sit and watch the football. But, of course, our boys in whites with the long white trousers have been the subjects of a fair degree of criticism and jokes over the years. They're the team who are winning. The rugby boys and the soccer boys lose, but the good old cricketers are winning.
Marvellous. Now, I think you might be right in thinking that you've played in Mark Butcher.